Welcome back to another video. I am Real Talk. The go-to destination for real, honest, and no BS dating site review. Here I give you all of the facts, I give you all of the details, and I tell you everything you need to know on how the dating site really works. I always show my profile. That way you know I am using the dating site, and any information I share with you is first-hand information. My ultimate goal is to save you time and, more importantly, to save you from wasting a lot of money. Now, in this video, I am reviewing two more dating sites, and they are Fortunamor and SoulfulDate. If you have seen my previous videos, I recommend you check them out. It is very similar to the review that I am going here. And I always group two dating sites together. That is because both of these dating sites works very similar to one another. There's really not a whole lot of difference. And really, the only difference that you will see is the name and name only, and everything else works exactly the same. So, with that intro out of the way, let's just get right down to it. And before I get too far into the video, 90% of you that has watched my video has not subscribed. So, if you are learning a lot of very good information on how the dating site works, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Subscribing to my channel keeps me motivated, and it keeps me interested to bringing you these type of reviews that are real, that is honest, with absolutely no BS. So when you watch the video all the way through, you should have learned everything you need to know on how the dating site really works. Therefore, you have a good idea whether you want to try the site or not. So once again, hit that subscribe button. It keeps me motivated and it helps out my channel. Okay, so here we are in my Fortunamor account. And this here is the Soulful Date account. And as you can see, let me scroll down and I will scroll here too. As you can see, the website are identical. Same layout, same features, same everything. And the only difference is the name and name only, and everything else works identical to one another. Now, in terms of members, most of the members that you will find are from the US, Canada. There are a lot of Latin girls on here, so you will find some from Colombia, Venezuela. There are some Asians on here, and when I say Asian, it's mostly Chinese. And there are some European countries, and when I say European, it's mostly Ukrainian. You do see a lot of country listed on here, but don't expect members from a lot of these countries. They just show it to you, but I went through a lot of this and I didn't really find members from a lot of these countries. So once again, you will find members from North America, some Latin America, some European, mostly Ukrainian, some Asian, mostly Chinese, and a handful of other Asian countries as well. So that is the overall demographics that you will find on Soulful Date and Fortune Amore. Okay, so let me walk you through some basic things on here. The first thing that you should do after signing up your account is you need to complete your profile. And you can do so right here, my profile. I'm not going to show you this step. It is self-explanatory. Fill in all of your information and upload 5 good pictures. I do recommend a picture of your face, picture of your body, and a few other pictures that you find interesting. There are settings on here. So these are settings where you can deactivate your account. You do have the option of getting verified, so this gives you a little bit more credibility. This here walks you through the process. Obviously, you can change your email and phone number. These are the various settings that you can turn on and off. Also, if you want more information, you can find that here. And if you want to delete your account, you can do so right here. Now, Soulful Day and Fortune Amore does not have a live customer support. So if you have any questions or concern, you can certainly send them a message right here. They normally respond fairly quickly. Then also here at the bottom, you can see there are more links and information on how the dating site works. So you can click on any of these links to find more information if you want to. Let me point out some other features on here. So these are the main features that you will certainly use the most. And I will go through a lot of these fairly quickly. There's really not much to talk about, but just let me point them out so you know or you have an idea of what they are. Newsfeed. So newsfeed are just various people posting about themselves. You can certainly scroll through the newsfeed and make comments or reach out to any profile or members that you find interesting. So it's kind of like scrolling through Facebook. Messages. So all of your messages will be here, and I will talk about messages in more detail later on. Mail. All of your mail will be here as well. And I will also mention mail in more detail later on. Search. So this is where you can certainly search, and I showed you this earlier. There are different ways to search. People. People are like newsfeed. Just the dating site is recommending certain people based on your preference. Once again, you can scroll through their profile and certainly reach out to them if you want to. And then credits, and I will certainly talk more about credits in the upcoming section. So essentially, these are all of the main features that you will certainly utilize the most on these dating sites. Let's take a look at some profiles. So profiles on here, you do get a lot of information. And I'm just going to open up the first one here to show you what profiles look like. Like I said, the profiles on here are pretty good. You do get a lot of information. So obviously, this is her name and age. Green dot means she is online, where she is from, and more information about her. And pay attention to this. So when you see this blue eye right here, it means information. This means that her profile is verified, so meaning her name, age, and appearance has been verified through the verification process. So that way, you know she is a real member, a real person, and not fake. If you scroll down, there are certainly more information about her, so her interests, what she's looking for, also about who she is. I always recommend that you scroll down here to her post. So posts are just more information that each member will usually upload. Posts are sometimes a good way to get more information about each member and learn more about who they are. I do have gifts on here, and I will talk more about gifts in the upcoming section. And while you are in here, you can certainly look through all of her public photos. So these are public. You can certainly look through those. There are private photos. And to look at private photos, you will have to send her a chat. And if she responds, you have access to her private photos. So overall, profiles on here are good. They do give you a lot of good information. And keep in mind, whatever I am showing you here, it is also applicable to Soulful Date. What can you do on here for free? Well, not a whole lot actually, just a handful of things. The first thing that you can do for free is you can really browse as many profiles as you want. There is no restriction. And as I have shown already, you can certainly go through any profile, and I just picked Marisol, that's her name, I believe. You can certainly learn all about each member, look through any public photos that she may have, hit a like, a wink, and a follow. Private photos, you have to send her a message. And some members may have a video. Video costs 50 credits. Messages. You can always read your message for free, but you will always have to pay to respond. Mail. You can read your initial mail for free, and it will say free reading. That's for each member. You can read the first mail for free. Everything else will require credits. You can certainly look through people. I showed you this already. This is also free. You can look through news feed, and this is also free to hit a like. So essentially, that is all you can do for free on here. Once again, you can browse profiles. You can read your messages for free. You can read your initial mail for free, and you can look through profiles, Newsfeed, and also people. Everything else will cost credits, and I will talk about credits in the upcoming section. Okay, so let's talk about credits and why you need it. So most of these dating site is a credit-based system. That means you need to purchase credits to utilize all of the features. I have just shown you everything that you can do for free, which is not a whole lot, and you will certainly need to purchase credits to use all of these features up here. So why do you need credits? Well, credits are the internal currency used for paid services on the site. You will need to purchase credit to respond to mail, credits to message in chat, reply with stickers or emojis, view profile videos, share media in the chat, and send any type of virtual gifts. So this right here explains all of the things that you will need to use and why you need to purchase credits. And if you can see right here, sometimes you will get these chat gems. So these are free chat gems or bonus that you can earn every now and then for using the dating site. So once again, these are like a little bonus that you can get for using the dating site. And down below are the pricing for the various features on here. Let me point this out. If you are a new member, sometimes they will give you a free credits to start out with. And generally, they give you 20 complimentary credits just to get started. So here are the pricing for the various features, mostly chat, mail, and other things. So let's go through each one by one. And I will start with chat. Chatting on here is 2 credits per minute. That's right, just to chat is 2 credits per minute. Any stickers that you want to send is 5 credits. To send a photo or audio is 10 credits each. Opening a video or post is 50 credits each. Videos and posts are your two most expensive options, so be careful on how you are utilizing these features. But once again, this is the list for chats. Let's talk about mail. So mail is a good way to write a long letter if you want to use that option. Mail can be expensive, however. Sending a letter in the mail to one member, first letter in a thread is 10 credits. Each following letter costs 30 credits. What does this mean? So if you are corresponding with a girl or a guy, you can send your first letter for 10 credits, but every letter you send after that is 30 credits. So mail gets more expensive as you go. Opening letter in the mail, and the same rule applies. So your first letter in this thread is free. It will say free reading. Every letter that you open after that will cost you 10 credits. They do give you the option of uploading quite a few photos, at least 10, if not more, free of charge inside of that letter. Opening photo in the mail, and once again, this is referring to a thread, it's free. Every letter that you open after that will cost you 10 credits. And as I mentioned, video is 50 credits, whether it is in chat or in email, it is 50 credits for every video. Once again, video can be very expensive. Other features on here. Opening videos in a profile is 50 credits. Some profile will have a video and it will cost you 50 credits to view it. Virtual gifts, and I will go over gifts in the upcoming section, so I'm not going to mention a whole lot about that right here. So essentially, these are all of the pricing for the various features that you will use in chat, mail, and some other things. Okay, so let's take a closer look at some of these features right here. And for that, I will just open up a profile. And once again, I'm just going to open up Marisol. So this here is your main chat window. And here is your chat box. And pay attention. So inside a chat, you only get 300 characters. That's it. You can only use 300 characters before you run out of space. And they do that, they limit this because they want you to use mail. And obviously, mail costs you more money. So here's how this chat works. and explains right here. Sending a text message is 2 credits per minute. You can send as many messages as you want within that 1 minute. So type really fast. The timer starts when you send your first message and pauses automatically if you don't send a message for 1 full minute. And this rule applies to every member. And while you are in chat, you can certainly send a sticker. And these are the various stickers available. I'm not going to show you all of them. Every sticker is 5 credits. If you want to send a photo or an audio message, you can click this link right here and upload that. They do have this Let's Talk feature. So Let's Talk is kind of like an icebreaker. If you don't know where to start, you can certainly pick one of their suggestions. And they do have emojis right here that you can also utilize. I believe emojis are free. Maybe it's 5 credits. Nothing's really free on here. These are the typical emojis that you will find. And as a reminder, sending a photo is 10 credits, and also a audio message is also 10 credits. So essentially, this is taking a closer look at most of these features right here. So once again, be mindful as to how you are utilizing some of these features, especially mail, because it could end up costing you a lot of money. So while I am in here, and I mentioned this a few times, let me go over gifts. So these are virtual gifts, and virtual gift is what it sounds like. Virtual meaning fake. It is not real. He gets nothing tangible for it, and it is only a symbolic gesture. And every member will have the same set of fake gifts. So let me show you here. Victoria hit on virtual gift, and as you can see, they all have the same set of fake gifts. There are a lot to choose from. Certainly, you can find something that may be interesting. But here is my recommendation: don't fall into this trap, especially you guys. Even if you were to be nice and try to send a symbolic gesture, he gets nothing real, but it will cost you real money. All that she will get is just a picture, but that picture you will have to pay for it. So let me scroll back to the top. And let's say I wanted to be cute and I sent Victoria this Easter basket, 280 credits. If I were to send this, it would cost me about $100 to send her a picture of an Easter basket because it is close to Easter. Now, this may be cute, but it is only a symbolic gesture. But I will not spend 100 real dollars to send a picture to a person and she gets nothing tangible. So once again, all of these are fake, but it will cost you real money. My final recommendation is don't bother with this fake gift. It is just a money trap. So just don't even do it at all. Okay, so let's go over credit packages. How much do credits cost? Now, I didn't bother buying a credit package on here. That is because I know how these dating site works. I have used enough of these, so I am very familiar on the pricing overall. Now, if you are a new member, they will give you a promotional discount to start with. And as you can see, there is a promotion right here. So as a one-time offer, you will get 150 credits for $20. And as I go to Fortunamor, hit credit, I am sure it is going to be exactly the same. Yes, it is. So this right here is a very good offer to start with. $20 for 150 credits. It's a decent deal for you to start using the dating site and then decide if you want to continue to use the site for a longer period of time. So once again, as a new member, this is a pretty good deal just to get going and just to try the dating site. Okay, so this right here is the most common credit package that I see across most of the dating sites I have reviewed. Now keep this in mind. This is for the US market only. It may be different from the country that you are watching. Wherever you are watching this from, you may see a completely different credit package. Once again, this is applicable to the US. So typically you can get 4 package or even up to 5. Anywhere from 45 to 70 credits. So $20 to $30, all the way up to 2,000 credits to $860. Here they are trying to show you the more credits that you buy, the more money that you are saving. This is absolute BS. This is absolute nonsense. Don't fall for this trick because overall, you end up paying a lot of money and you get very little credits for it. And I will touch on credit packages a little bit more detail in the next section. So once again, these are the most common credit packages that you will find, and this is for the US only. And I do expect Fortunamor and SoulfulDate to have the credit package that I just shown you. And while I am in here, you need to ask yourself this question. How long do credits last? If you were to buy a credit package, how long will it actually last you? Well, I promise you this, it will not last you as long as you think. And I went through a few scenarios on how long credits will last for any package that you buy. So if you want to understand the credit packages and how long it will actually last you, you can watch this video right here. How fast dating site credits disappear. So in this video, I give you several examples. I walk you through several scenarios and I explain the credit packages in more detail. And this also highlights how long your credit package is expected to last. So once again, this here is a good video to watch for more information on that. And also let me point this out right next to it. I already talked about gifts. But in this video right here, I go into more detail on why sending a gift is a bad idea. So if you want more information on sending any type of gifts, whether it is real or fake, this here is a good video that you can watch to get more information. So overall, those are the credit packages that you will find on the vast majority of these dating sites right here. Okay, so let me talk about an important aspect, and that is, can you exchange your email or phone number on here? Can you exchange your contact information? So this is really important, guys, especially for you. So be sure to watch this section all the way through. Well, the short answer is no, you cannot. Both of these dating sites has done a good job of blocking and preventing you from exchanging your email or phone number. They just don't want you to do it. So for example, I would just pick Lena here. She is in front of me. And let's say Lena and I decided to exchange email or phone number. So I try to do it inside a chat. I'll put in my number or maybe even an email. And I try to send. More than likely, my number and email will be blocked. She will see nothing but stars or asterisk. So this way isn't going to work. And let's say I were to try the same thing inside a letter. I put in my number, I put in my email, and I were to send that letter. Once again, my email and phone number is going to be blocked. It will be filtered out. So sending a letter isn't going to work either. Let's say I try to get creative and I use a picture. So inside my picture, I put in my email and phone number. And I were to attach this picture inside a letter, or I attach the picture inside a chat by hitting photo. And I were to send it. Once again, my picture will not be sent. If she does get the picture, the email and phone number will be scrubbed out. It is going to be blocked, or she will see nothing but stars or asterisk. So doing this way just won't work either. So overall, exchanging email and phone number on here is very difficult to do, but not impossible. So what can you do? Well, I made a video on this topic already. So right here, and I will leave a link to it as well. You can watch this video for more information. Dating sites don't want you exchanging contact info. So here I walk you through this step in more detail and show you that dating sites want you to stay on the dating site forever. They do not want you getting off the site. So this is good information. Now, here's what you can do, and I can certainly help you out with this detail. go to my channel you see right here and click on more, and then you can hit view email address. This is my email, realtalkdatingsitereview@gmail.com. Send me a private message. Tell me what dating site you are using, and I will certainly respond back with a handful of ideas, tips, and suggestions that you can use on most dating sites, even on SoulfulDate and Fortunamor. These tips I tried for myself on many dating sites, so a lot of them do work if you do it correctly. Now, it's not 100% guaranteed, but like I said, I have done enough of these across many dating sites that I know many of them do work. So once again, just send me a private email and I will certainly respond back with a handful of ideas and suggestions. Okay, so the dating site does offer you a way to exchange your email and phone number on here. And you can find that information by messaging the support. Now, I already know this step, so let me just walk you through it. It requires several steps. First one is you have to pay, you need to upload document, and there are minimum chat time. So let's go through each one of these one by one. If you wanted to obtain a email or phone number, and this is per member, and this is according to how the dating sites want you to do it, you need to pay 5,000 credits. And 5,000 credits on any dating site is somewhere between $1,200 to $1,400 per member. That's right. So for example, if I were chatting with Tatiana, I wanted to exchange her email and phone number, I would need to purchase or I would need to pay roughly $1,200 to $1,400. Now, if that wasn't bad enough, I am also required to upload certain documents. For example, it could be a driver's license, a passport, and other very sensitive information. So they require you to fill out a long form, and you need to upload a few of these documents. I just wouldn't do it because you are giving up a lot of your personal information to a dating site that you know nothing about. And could be a security problem. So I do not recommend you uploading any documents, driver's license, passports, or any other information to an unknown dating site. And thirdly, most of these dating sites will require you to have a specific amount of chat. Typically, it is 14 to 15 days communicating with a particular member. So for example, if I were chatting with Tatiana, I must at least, at a minimum, chat with her for 14 to 15 days before I can apply to get her contact. And if she agrees and I were to meet this minimum requirement, once again, I will pay roughly $1,200 to $1,400 and upload more documents and fill out forms. So overall, they do ask a lot of information and you need to pay a lot of money to get her contact. My recommendation, guys, don't do it. Don't waste your time, and certainly don't give out your sensitive information to an unknown dating site. Your best approach is don't do it at all. And once again, you can send me a message and I will certainly contact or certainly respond back to you as I have already mentioned. So overall, that is what you need to do to obtain a contact on here. And once again, these are the steps that you must go through. Okay, so there you have it. That is all of the key features and information on Fortunamor and also SoulfulDate. As promised, I have given you all of the information that you need to know on how both of these dating sites works. And I have also given you a few tips and things that you can do if you run into a certain problem. Once again, if you need help, you can always send me a message. I always respond. If you want more tips or suggestion, certainly leave me a comment as well. So there you have it, a rundown of SoulfulDate and a rundown of Fortunamor. Hopefully you have learned a lot of good information and you now know everything on both of these dating sites. With that said, I wish you good luck on your dating journey and I will definitely see you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.